Hello everyone, I'm Hasani and welcome to my 109th Hasani's Hafla. Thanks to that pesky COVID, this is our 9th Hafla that's been in the Zoomosphere, and I think I'm getting the hang of it by now. That being said, I hope you are all comfortable in your comfy clothes, wearing your, say it with me, your comfy pants, a beverage of your choice, a snack, a person or critter of your choice, and I hope you have someone to sit and enjoy the show with. Our dancers tonight are joining us from all over the place. Our dancers are coming from Washington State, from Florida, Minnesota, Oregon, Texas, and New York. We also have our very own live drummer, David Metz of the Flaming Phalanges, who, in addition to being our technical guru, will also be providing some live drum solos tonight for some of our dancers. It wouldn't be Hasani's Hafla without me making some mistakes. So when that happens, rest assured that I am committed to bringing you the kind of Hafla flubs that you have become accustomed to. It's not a bug, it's a feature. And that's why you have snacks, so that you have something to do while I'm fixing whatever I did wrong. So before we start, I would like to encourage you to give our dancers some love in the chat. You can say, clap, clap, clap. You can say lee, 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 or whatever you like. If you are going to leave the dancer a comment, please be sure that you mention her by name. She won't be able to see your comments in real time, and when she goes back, she'll have no idea who you're talking about without a name. So love our dancers and name our dancers. As I mentioned, David Metz is both our live drummer and our audio specialist, and he deserves his own introduction. So one moment, and here it is. In 2003, David discovered the Arabic tabla. As an artist and musician, the sounds and rhythms of the Middle East and the people and cultures from which they arose reached deep into his heart and stirred a love that has continued growing every day. His desire to be the best drummer that he can be is matched by the joy he receives by simply playing, not only for himself, but also by sharing this love with other musicians and dancers with whom he comes in contact. Let's hear it for David. So without any further chatter from me, let's get started. David will be doing a fair amount of button pushing tonight, and so please take it away, David. Kicking off Hafla number 109 tonight, we have Me and My Students. Way back before COVID, my first 100 Haflas were in person, of course. Nobody wanted to be first, so it was traditional for me and/or my dauntless students to break the ice. So we're breaking the ice online again tonight. Our music tonight is a fun little song that apparently is hilarious if you're an Arabic speaker. Hanadi, a young woman from the countryside, has gone to see what city life is all about, and her father has sent his men to try and bring her back to the village. And they discover all the scandalous things Hanadi has been doing. Things like wearing a swimsuit at the beach, eating fancy food, she's got a dog, and oh my gosh, she's been at the club playing golf for 2 days. The chorus has a lovely little pun. Al-Nadi means the club, so Hanadi has been at Al-Nadi for 2 days. Feel free to join in whenever you hear Ya Hanadi, and in a moment we will pull up our archived choreography to Ya Hanadi. Looking for the right button. That was me and my students. Some of my favorite people are my students, and I miss my students so badly. Anyways, moving right along. Our next dancer tonight is Mariana, and David, I believe you have her intro for us. Hafla dancer number 2 tonight is Mariana from Redmond, Washington. Mariana is a personal trainer and a Pilates and group fitness instructor who also happens to be a belly dancer. She offers group classes and one-on-one training specializing in women's health. To find out more, just chat with her after the show. A few more clicks and we will welcome Mariana. That was Mariana, channeling some of the best of the golden era. Our next dancer tonight, I will introduce her for you with this little video in just a moment. So many clicks. Our next dancer tonight is Nizana from Tallahassee, Florida. Nizana is the organizer of the Night in the Global Village online haflas, which have been running for over 2 years now. She performs a variety of styles and has been studying, performing, instructing, event producing, and writing articles and reviews for belly dance magazines for several years. You can find Nizana's most current articles and reviews in Fanus magazine and the Belly Dance Chronicles. So in a moment, we will welcome Nizana. That was the lovely Nizana joining us all the way from Tallahassee, Florida. And as you heard in her intro, she is no stranger to online haflas herself. We are live streaming on YouTube as well. I'm not able to monitor that, so I hope things are going okay over there. My buddy Hanan is over there hoping to keep things running the way they're supposed to be. I'll find out if YouTube is okay later on. Our next dancers tonight, David, I will ask you to introduce those dancers for us, please. Our next dancers tonight are from the Portland, Oregon area. Habibi Amor is a trio of passionate dancers with diverse styles and experiences. They believe dance is a universal language that allows connection spiritually and emotionally. Habibi Amor Troupe are conscious dancers and critical thinkers who are committed to cross-cultural awareness and moving from the inside out with an open mind and an open heart. Please welcome Habibi Amor Troupe. That was Habibi Amor from Portland and thereabouts. Please continue to give our dancers some love in the chats and don't forget to mention them by name when you do. Let me introduce our next dancer for you. It's just a matter of clicking the right buttons and finding the right file. Here we go. Our next Hafla performer tonight is Roxalana from Shoreline, Washington. Roxalana teaches in Shoreline, Washington, but thanks to the marvelous hosts of online Haflas, she can be considered to have performed all over the world, just like everyone else at this Hafla too. She's grateful in particular to Hasani because Hasani's Haflas are always amazing, fun, and worth every effort to attend. Herding cats is easy compared to organizing a Hafla, online or not, and Hasani does it with grace and laughter and always makes each dancer feel like the star. Roxalana urges you, the audience, to donate and support this Hafla so there can be more so that she can watch, because she's selfish like that. So please welcome Roxalana. Just give me a shout if you need a talk through, Roxalana. Of course, you're muted, so I won't hear you. That was the ever sassy and huggable Roxalana from Shoreline, Washington. And David, I will ask you to introduce our next dancers, please. Next on our Hafla lineup tonight is Sharazad Dance Ensemble from Seattle, Washington. This group of women are ambassadors of the origins of American cabaret-style belly dance in the 20th century. They've also performed folkloric dances from the cultures of the Middle East and North Africa for many years at festivals in the area. Today, the troupe performs two dances from their repertoire, Khaliji-style dance from the Gulf states and Roxalana or the cane dance. So in one moment, we will welcome Shahrazad Dance Ensemble. That was Shahrazad Dance Ensemble from Seattle. And there is nothing like a little Saudi and a little Saidi from Shahrazad, is there? Our next dancer tonight, I will introduce her in just one moment. What happened here? Okay. So Zanuba, I have to introduce you first, and then I'd be happy to have you share music. So one moment. Our next Hafla dancer tonight is Zanuba from Shoreline, Washington. Zanuba is a local Seattle dancer who's been active in the belly dance community since the 1970s. She continues to practice, perform, and enjoy this art form, and she hopes you enjoy the results. Please welcome Zanuba. And as soon as I find you, Zanuba, I will spotlight you. Oh, okay, we need your camera on, please, Zanuba. Got it. And go ahead and start sound share. Now would be the time. Oops, Zanuba, we've got no music. We need to do a sound share. Just looking for my buttons. You know, the Zoom buttons. That was the lovely Zanuba from Seattle, Washington, and a live drum solo by David Metz. Just so you can pace yourself as far as snacks and everything else goes, we have 15 performances tonight, and our next performer will be performer number 8 out of 15. And I will ask David to introduce our next performer, please. Our next dancer tonight is Candelora from Maplewood, Minnesota. Candelora is the light in your darkness, a sassy siren who craves adventure and invites her audience to join her. Candelora has studied fusion belly dance along with other various dance styles the last 11 years, as well as other movement arts for most of her life with a variety of celebrated dancers and instructors. Candelora thrives on out-of-the-box choreography, taking experimental risks with her dancing, often including props in many abundant styles, favoring her sword. Candelora studies the fire arts, including fire manipulation and fire prop work. As a fusion artist would, she often marries fire and belly dance. She's an instructor of fusion belly dance and is delighted to share her love and knowledge of movement. She performs around the Midwest with aspirations of the entire world. You can find her doing solo work all over and also with 20 and Point, her fire acrobalance dance duo, as well as well-known Fandazzi Fire Circus, I hope I pronounced that right, Wicked Wenches parody troupe, Steel Stilettos, and anywhere there is dancing to be done. So, a few more clicks and we will welcome Candelora.
Sunday morning, the candles have burned to their end. From the pictures we've taken, and now I'm awakened and sleep's my invisible friend. So I'm staring the hands of my wall clock. Seems both of us just hang around. Got no one to want me and nothing to hold. My body needs what it don't have. Without him, I really don't mind. A little bit lonely. He'll make up in time as long as he loves me. He'll answer his crying. The door stays wide open. I know that he's mine. The tracks of my tears keep on freezing. I'm melting the cold in the halls. Feel like I'm drowning, there's no one around. And now I'm just climbing the walls. Perhaps if I played the seductress, a passionate woman of God, he'd be there in a minute. The heat won't diminish. He'd wear nothing more than a smile. Without him, I really don't mind. A little bit lonely. He'll make up in time as long as he loves me. He'll answer his crime. The door stays wide open. I know keep singing that chanson. Your words always make so much sense. Even though they're in French, I've got no defense. I know that I'm reaching the end. The rumors keep flying around me. It's you I refuse to believe. He's right round the corner. He knows that I'm home now, and nobody calls me naive. Without him, I really don't mind. A little bit lonely. He'll make up in time as long as he loves me. He'll answer his crying. The door stays wide open. I know that he's mine.
That was Candelora, all the way from Minnesota. Let me introduce our next dancer for you tonight. One moment while I get my bearings and find the right buttons to push. Et voila. Our next dancer tonight is Saqra from Weatherford, Texas. Saqra, who was originally from the Pacific Northwest and now from Texas, is a belly dance lifer. She began in 1977. She's produced CDs and DVDs, tons of events, and travels extensively, learning, teaching, and performing. Upcoming workshops include as diverse places as Amity, Oregon, and Saltaire, England. She's truly delighted to be included in what must be Hasani's 107 millionth Hafla, and she thanks her for all her support over the years. So please welcome Saqra. That was Saqra, formerly from the Pacific Northwest and now from Texas. 5 more dancers, my Hafla friends. Pace yourselves. And I will ask David to introduce our next dancer, please. Our next dancer tonight is Bellatrix from Beaverton, Oregon. Bellatrix is an award-winning classic Egyptian-style dancer who trained under the renowned Cassiopeia. She's previously performed at swanky venues such as the Star Theater, Embers Nightclub, and Dante's. Bellatrix has been co-host and co-producer of the Portland Bellylicious dance show online. She's also the producer of Belly Metal, a live show previously in downtown Portland, Oregon, now on Zoom. And this show pairs Middle Eastern style dancing with hard rock and metal music. Check out her production company, Unchained Productions, on Facebook for more on Belly Metal and her other projects. Please welcome Bellatrix. That was the lovely Bellatrix in Blue coming to us from Oregon. Somebody asked me if I would post the Facebook information for Bellatrix that was in her introduction. And since it was audio and not written, I will look it up and I'll get it into the chat for you in just a moment. Meanwhile, I will ask David to introduce our next dancers, please. Our next performers tonight, a troupe from Seattle, Washington. Caravans Dance Troupe specializes in folkloric dances from North Africa, Persia, and Turkey. Over the years, they've performed at numerous cultural festivals, community events, and for educational organizations in the Puget Sound area. The first dance you'll see is a scarf dance done by the Kashkai, a tribe of nomadic herdsmen from northern Iran. The women are famous for their colorful everyday attire and their voluminous skirts, which are made out of yards of glittery fabric. When Mishmish, the director of the troupe, was in Iran several years ago, she joined in this dance at a wedding held in tents in the middle of the desert. The second dance tonight comes from Afghanistan, where it's a popular dance at social gatherings. Called Logari, or the stop dance, everyone must freeze and hold their position when the music stops. Caravans will be appearing in a showcase featuring Arabic, Persian, and Central Asian dance at the Northwest Folklike Festival on Saturday, May 28th at the Seattle Center. The show will take place at the Cornish Playhouse from 7 to 9 p.m. and is free to the public. So please welcome Caravans Dance Troupe. Coming to us from Seattle, Washington, that was Caravans Dance Troupe, bringing us some Kashkai from Iran and an Afghani stop dance. Don't forget that in 2 weeks from now, you can see them at the Seattle Folklife Festival. Our next dancer tonight, I will bring up her intro for you right now.
وفر على الحب مراسيلك مناديلك جهز للدمعة مناديلك مراسيلك وفر على الحب مراسيلك مناديلك جهز للدمعة مناديلك اسمه ومكتوب يا محبوب نعشق وندوب يا محبوب اسمه ومكتوب نعشق وندوب يا محبوب مع نار الشوق مع نار الشوق مع نار الشوق لكل ليلة مراسيلك تغني الأحلام يا قلبي مقدر ليا يناديلك شو الغرام يا قلبي مقدر ليا مع الفرحة تغني الأحلام يا قلبي مقدر ليا في لحظات تبكي مواويلك مراسيلك مراسيلك وفر عالحب مراسيلك مناديلك مناديلك جهز بالدمع مناديلك مراسيلك مراسيلك وفر عالحب مراسيلك مناديلك مناديلك جهز بالدمع مناديلك الحب أسرار ويلعبك زي الطيار يا قلبي الحب أسرار زي ما تفرح بيه تحتار يا قلبي الحب أسرار ويلعبك زي الطيار يا قلبي الحب أسرار زي ما تفرح بيه تحتار يا قلبي يا ما تحتار والجرح ما حد يداويلك مراسيلك مراسيلك وفر عالحب مراسيلك مناديلك مناديلك جهز بالدمع مناديلك مراسيلك مراسيلك وفر عالحب مراسيلك مناديلك مناديلك جهز بالدمع مناديلك اسمه ومكتوب يا محبوب نعشق وندوب يا محبوب اسمه ومكتوب نعشق
That was the lovely Liz from Everett, Washington. You may know that Liz is from Peru. What you may not know is that today, May 14th, is Do Something Backwards Day in Peru. So I will give you Liz's introduction now. All the way to Liz. Our next Hafla dancer tonight is Liz from Everett, Washington. Liz is a dancer from Peru who loves the thrill of improvisation, following along by instinct and allowing the music to carry her through the steps. She would like to thank all of you for being here today and for supporting this wonderful event. So in a moment, we will welcome Liz. And we did welcome Liz. And now we're going to welcome our next dancer. One moment while I fix something here. And Paulina, please let me play your intro before we start. One moment and we will pull up our intro for Paulina. Our next Hafla performer tonight is Paulina from Seattle, Washington. Paulina says, Paulina appreciates Hasani for continuing to promote her Hafla through difficult times, and she appreciates the opportunity to dance once again. Paulina loves to entertain an audience, and she hopes you enjoy tonight's performance. So in one moment, we will welcome Paulina. That was the lovely Paulina from Seattle. We have 2 more performances in our Hafla tonight, so if you have any snacks left, ration them. Sip your beverage of choice slowly, and I will ask David to introduce our next dancers. Our next troupe tonight is Dancing Crowns Troupe from Rochester, New York, and I get to introduce all 3 of the members individually. Leticia, the witchy dancer, she owns Dancing Crown Studio, which opened back in January this year, 2022. She's been teaching and performing belly dance since 2009 and other disciplines like salsa, bamba, ballroom, Latin cardio, and others for over 20 years. Her favorite styles of belly dance are drum solo, Latin fusion, and sword dance. The second member of the troupe, Sherry Chick, started learning back in January this year when Leticia opened Dancing Crown Studio. She's still in the basic stage but progressing a lot, and this is her very first choreography experience. She's also an artist who creates beautiful paintings using acrylic and spray paint, and she's also the event producer for Sip and Paint and the upcoming Adult Wave. And the third member of Dancing Crown's troupe is Jennifer Lynn Sanza. She's been taking classes for only 1 month. She's doing fantastic for the short period she's been learning, and this is her very first choreography as well. She's also a professional photographer, and her skills and pictures are amazing. So please welcome Dancing Crown's troupe. That was Dancing Crown's troupe from Rochester, New York, and 2 dancers doing their very first choreographies ever. Letizia must be so proud. We have one more dancer tonight, and I will ask David to introduce our last dancer now. Our next Hafla dancer tonight is Genevieve from Seattle, Washington. Genevieve has been a Seattle-based dancer since 2007. Before that, she danced and performed in the Boston area. She's grateful to the local belly dance community for giving her so many opportunities to be creative. You can see some of what she's done over the years at genevievedance.com. Tonight, she is dancing to 2 Natasha Atlas songs, Gafsa and Mon Ami La Rose, and a drum solo from the album Belly Dancing for Fortune and Fame. Working with these songs has been a joy and a discovery of what it means to really find and embrace her personal style, and to realize that she doesn't need to look for that anymore. Just continue to practice and focus on perfecting and honoring it. It's a nice feeling. To stay true to the craft, the history, and the cultural dimension of belly dancing, which is important to do, Genevieve currently studies with 2 very generous expert mentors, Nadira and Mirabai. Genevieve says many thanks to Hasani for providing opportunities to perform, and many thanks to the Zooming In audience. Please welcome Genevieve.
تهديني سلام الحبيب تقولي ارجع يا غالي تعال الفراق وانت الغريب تقولي ارجع يا غالي تعال الفراق وانت القريب On est bien peu de choses et mon amie la rose me l'a dit ce matin. À l'aurore je suis née, baptisée de rosée, je me suis épanouie, heureuse et amoureuse, au rayon du soleil, me suis fermée la nuit, me suis réveillée vieille. Pourtant j'étais très belle, oui, j'étais la plus belle des fleurs de ton jardin. On est bien peu de choses et mon ami la rose me l'a dit ce matin. Voilà Dieu qui m'a fait courber la tête et je sens que je tombe et je sens que je tombe. Mon cœur est presque nu, j'ai le pied dans la tombe, déjà je ne suis plus. Tu m'admirais que hier et je serai poussière pour toujours demain.
Okay, just looking for the right buttons. So Genevieve was our final dancer tonight, and she is from Seattle, Washington. I would like to bring our dancers back for a virtual curtain call before we go, so you get to watch me look for the right button one more time. So that is our Hafla number 109. Thank you for joining us tonight. I found this really exciting. We've had dances from Iran, from Afghanistan, from the Said, from the Persian Gulf, vintage golden era dance, fusion, Arabic pop, veil choreography, even a rousing 9/8. My next Hafla is Rock the Harbor Hafla, which is an outdoor event. It is scheduled for July 19th in Gig Harbor, Washington at an outdoor amphitheater. It is scheduled as an outdoor event. I just need to let you know that if COVID surges, that could change. Hafla will happen. It's just a question of will it be online or will it be live? Stay tuned. I would like to thank all our dancers tonight who put time and effort into creating beautiful home backdrops, and troops who put the time and the studio time into bringing choreographies together for us. And thank you for making this the Hafla that it was tonight. Most of all, I could not have done this without David Metz. Actually, I could have done this without David Metz, but the show would have been longer because you would have seen me doing this for a lot of dead time. Anyways, that is our Hafla. Thank you for joining me. Drive safe, everyone. And I'll see you next time. Night.